Cat's Pizza.
Yeah.
Happy 420.
Yeah.
Everybody's high and excited to be here. That's nice. Me too. We got any parents in the house by a round of applause? Got a couple parents? Right, sweet. A couple people that can identify with having sex and admit and show proof. It's nice. It's like your ultimate receipt, right? Like, I got laid at least once, look. Potty training, man. Now that's a trip, right? Oh my goodness. I didn't remember anything about potty training. The only thing I remember is my mom said, don't get your dick caught between the lid and the bowl. So here I am, 6 feet tall, standing a little far back, right? Like, I don't trust that thing. Looking like Pac-Man and whatnot, you know? And, like, I just had that Beavis and Butthead moment where, like, the light bulb exploded above my head when I was listening to Chris Webber. Excuse me, fuck that thing. Chris Webber's like, his dog peed like a female dog until it saw another dog lift its leg, you know? And so, like, that... I'll just show this kid how to do this, right? Like show and tell. Well, there I am in Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm like, what better time than now to try this, right? We go in. So we walk into Chuck E. Cheese, and the first kid I see is giving his dad this golden shower, man, just pissing everywhere. I mean, it's going all over the walls, into his own mouth. I'm like, oh my God. And I had to walk straight in to the handicap stall because after seeing that, you're mentally handicapped, you know? You're like, whoa. And so there I am, pants to my ankles in the middle of Chuck E. Cheese handicap bathroom, and my son's looking at me, and first thing I think is Ghostbusters. Like, don't cross the streams, man. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. You know, like... I'm basically a stripper at this point, right? And he looks me in the eyes and he goes, two dads. And he calls me two dads because we're a product of a broken home, and in America that happens. But he goes, two dads. And I go, what's up? And he goes, how come your ding-dong's so much bigger than mine? And I'm like, thank you, right? And then I was like, don't worry about it, man. You're going to grow into your ding-dong. It's going to get way bigger than mine. You're going to kill more pussy than Curiosity has, okay? And he looks at me and he goes, thank you, right? And so we're off in the living room and we're sword fighting. Sir, I said the living room and sword fighting, like real swords, not that creepy stuff. But he looks at me and he goes, two dads, I want to see your ding-dong. And I'm like, hold on. Don't ever say that in public. Like ever. Otherwise, this one-on-one time is going to have this creepy lady with a notebook here, right? You know? And so a couple days go by, and I had some guilty conscience, and I had to talk to the baby's mama, which is the worst, right? And I go to her house, I drop Leo off, and I was like, look, this is how it's happening. I'm just showing him how to do it. She goes, great, Matty, that explains something. I was like, what's that? She goes, it explains why your 3-year-old's been walking around me and my husband's house talking about how big your ding-dong is. That's right, my son walking around my ex-wife and her new husband's house talking about how big my ding-dong is. Now, I should have said thank you, right? But instead, I looked her right in the eyes and I said, you miss my ding-dong, don't you? And it got really quiet, just like our relationship. And I had to leave early, and I was like, peace, gotta go. So I'm off to my dad's house, and he's not my dad, more the redheaded stepchild, if you may. And I was telling him about it, and he's like, look, two dads, it just clearly means that two dads' ding-dong is way bigger than one dad's ding-dong, okay? So I was walking around the house for a week thinking I had the King Kong ding-dong, right? Like, yeah! Beating my chest every time I walk out the bathroom and shit, you know? And my wife and girlfriend at the time told me, she goes, you know what? I don't think you should go around telling people how big your ding-dong is when the only other person to say that is a 3-year-old. So she brought me back down to size, if you may, right? Because that's what they do. But we love them for that. And guys, that joke was dedicated to my son Leo, so give it up for him one time. You've been great, guys. Thank you so much for my time. I appreciate it.